this is from BuzzFeed. They collected 23 hilarious, weird thoughts that people had as a kid from the app Whisper.
Yeah, do you know what Whisper is?
Whisper is basically like an anonymous way to confess your deepest, darkest secrets.
Yeah, but you can't like link it back to you, I guess. And
right, that's why I said it's anonymous.
Sometimes they had like they'll have like topics where you can kind of post your answers.
Right.
And the question is like, what weird thing did you think when you were a kid?
Yeah.
We've kind of done this before when we did the hashtag I used to think. Mm-hmm. And maybe we can bring that back one day. But here are other people's things that they used to do or think when they were kids. And I have them in front of me here, too. We can probably switch on and off if you want to, Kat.
Sure.
What do you got first?
When I was little, I would put a bag of goldfish crackers or some Oreos under my bed before I fell asleep so the monsters wouldn't eat me.
Trying to lure... I never had that monster fear. I don't know if you did or not, but I was never worried about the things under my bed.
I don't remember ever being afraid of monsters.
The second one, when I was younger, I wanted to be a cat so badly that I convinced myself I was afraid of the vacuum. Do you deal with that? Do your cats hate the vacuum?
My cats do hate the vacuum.
I'm convinced Layla thinks it's a living thing.
Really?
Like another pet that we keep in the closet for most of the year.
Well, Sophie has one of two places she hides. She either hides in the bathroom, curled up in the corner behind the toilet, or she goes in the kitchen and goes around to the other side of the refrigerator and cowers down in the corner there. She hates the vacuum.
Layla also used to think that my elliptical machine was a monster.
Oh.
I think she's gotten over it now, but because it's big and, and I use it and it like has arms and stuff, so it kind of looks monster-like.
Right.
I kind of get where fear from that would arise.
Okay. The next one. When I was a kid, I baptized my cats so they would go to heaven with me.
The surefire way, because they don't say all cats go to heaven.
No.
It's all dogs go to heaven.
Yeah, the cartoon movie was all dogs go to heaven.
Cats have to earn it the hard way. Let's see. The next one over here says, when I was little, I would spray Febreze in my mouth because I thought it would freshen my breath.
Oh.
That is disgusting.
That's no good.
If you do that more than once, I'm worried about you. As a kid, I'll give you a pass, because you're a kid and you're kind of dumb. But
wow.
That's remarkable.
Here's this one. When I was little, I thought babies were made by miniature Godzillas pooping out an egg.
Is that not how they're made?
No, Rob.
How are they made?
Again, these are 23 hilarious weird thoughts we had as kids that BuzzFeed's collected from the app Whisper, which is an anonymous site to confess your secrets. Go ahead, Rob.
When I was little, I rubbed deodorant on my teeth because I thought it would make them whiter. Now, mind you, I'm reading someone else's. This is not something I've done.
Somebody else's. When I was 5 years old, I thought the microwave beeped 5 times when it was finished because I was 5.
I have a relatable one to that. I used to think that like my mom paid to have the moon over our house.
Really?
Yeah, because every time I looked at it, the moon was right over my house. I didn't understand. I don't know who she paid, but I thought that it was like an accessory to our house.
All right.
The next one says, when I was little, I thought that drinking while driving applied to any liquid. When my mom asked me to hand her the water while she was driving, I was so mad I threw it out the window. And I can tell you, this one absolutely happened to me. Did not understand that the term drinking and driving meant drinking alcohol. I'm talking about when I was really young.
Sure.
So that maybe distracted driving. Don't be drinking while you're driving. I don't know what they're...
Yeah.
So I relate to that one.
All right, here's one. When I was little, I asked my dad to divorce my mom and marry Ariel so that I could have Triton turn me into a mermaid.
Boy, imagine when your mom, hears that, divorce my mom and marry a cartoon character. Right? As a mom, I'd feel so helpless.
Yeah.
It's cute at the same time, but it's also oh, that stings.
Mom, I love you, but I'd rather Ariel be my mom. All right, what's the next one, Rob?
When I was a kid, I thought Virgin Airlines was only for virgins, and I wondered how the flight attendants could tell the difference.
Oh my God.
For people who are tired of being assaulted on planes.
Yeah.
This one's only for virgins.
Okay.
Got one over there, Kat?
Yeah. When I was a kid, I thought the lines on the road ran down the middle of the cars that drove over them.
I'm trying to understand this one. When I was a kid, I thought the lines on the road ran down the... Oh, okay, I see it. So, they would be in different spots. So maybe if a different... I'm following that. Are you following that?
I think so.
That one was confusing. We'll go to the next one. When I was a kid, I thought Fruity Pebbles was Fred and Wilma's daughter all ground up. If you think, because it kind of has
At first, I read that and read all grown up, and then when you said it out loud, I'm like, oh my god, no, that does say ground up. Oh, it says ground up.
Yes, it does.
Oh, poor Pebbles.
Yeah, well, delicious Pebbles, if you ask me.
Oh.
What do you have over there, Kat?
When I was a kid, I thought, Rob, that word that rhymes with schmildos, were a Hostess product.
Those are not quite as delicious as the ground up Flintstones characters.
No.
The next one says over here, when I was a kid, I thought it was possible to invent new colors, and I'd try to think of more colors.
Well, that's fun.
Not for me, not for the colorblind.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rob.
Oh, you can think of more than 4 colors? That's so cool.
Poor Rob. Here's one. When I was little, I thought I could change the weather by blinking.
I never thought that. I never thought that. Did you think that?
No.
That's not a thought that came into my head. The next one, I like this one. When I was younger, I thought that the ATM belonged to my mom. And when this lady tried to get money, I yelled at her to give my mom's money back.
That's great.
That's funny, I think.
When I was a kid, I thought that if I didn't sleep with all my stuffed animals, that one of them would get mad.
That was another one. I didn't have a lot of stuffed animals, so I never worried about stuff like that.
Oh man! Remember, these are 23 weird, hilarious thoughts that kids have had. It's a collection from BuzzFeed that they put together from the anonymous secret telling app called Whisper.
Okay, whoever hasn't done this is lying. When I was younger, I secretly made my gummy bears make out, have weddings, and at the weddings, I ate their heads off. Come on, you never told a story with your gummy bears. If you say you didn't, I don't believe you.
I can tell you honestly, within the last 2 weeks, I've eaten gummy bears, and I may have made them dance, and I may have sang a little song while I did it.
Of course you did.
Do a little dance, make a little love.
Yeah, Kat.
Get down tonight.
What do you have over there?
And then I ate my gummy bear.
A happy ending for all.
When I was a kid, I thought all presidents has to change their last names to Washington upon entering the office.
That's a dumb thought.
It is, and it's grammatically incorrect.
Yes, it was.
But I read it as it was there, so.
All right. When I was little, I thought having the chicken pox meant you had a chicken pecking you from the inside.
Oh.
That could be a little terrifying.
That would be terrifying. All right, when I was little, I thought ghosts came out of the toilet when I flushed.
I never thought that.
That's terrifying.
That can be. I think the real horror was what was going down the toilet, at least in my experience, not what's coming out of it. Number 22. We have 2 more left.
Okay.
When I was younger, I used to put an even amount of goldfish on each side of my cheek so the tooth with less wouldn't get sad. Evenly distributing goldfish.
You don't want your teeth to get jealous of the goldfish.
Okay,
love.
I'll be honest. I do that sometimes.
I can relate to that.
It's not because I feel my teeth are getting jealous, but I feel like the world is complete. The world is it's better with equal
balanced.
So if I have still some jelly beans left over from Easter, and when I eat them, I put 2 on each side.
You have jelly beans left from Easter?
Got plenty, yeah.
Oh.
But I love Starburst jelly beans.
Oh. See, those were gone within like a day and a half.
Oh, well, I'm not talking about just Steve's Starburst jelly beans.
Oh, okay.
I get an abundance of jelly beans.
And you always get the Starburst ones? Because those are awesome.
Those are far and away
jealous.
the best jelly beans.
Feel free to bring me some jelly beans next week. I wouldn't be mad.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind, Kat.
All right, the last one. 23 hilariously weird thoughts kids have, according to Whisper, the BuzzFeed collected for us. When I was little, I thought political views were hereditary. And I don't know why I said hereditary that way, but I did.
It's hereditary, the way you said that.
There you go.
So, Kat, thank you very much for sharing those. Remember, those aren't things that we all thought. Those are just things that other people thought. Kat and I just had the misfortune of having to read them to you. We could pull some really creepy sound bites from that one.
Oh, I'm sure.
But I won't.